afternoon.
Mr. Ramirez, earlier in your testimony, you said that you took up boxing as a youth. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you're left-handed. Is that correct?
that is correct.
So you mentioned earlier that you fought as a southpaw. Correct? As a
Yes,
southpaw.
yes.
So your strong hand would be your left hand.
Correct.
And when you jab, you would be jabbing with your right hand. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Is it safe to say that as a southpaw boxer, you're going to be throwing the jab a lot more than you're going to be using your power hand, your left hand? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so you would be either blocking with the right hand, or and at the same time jabbing the opponent with the right hand, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. In baseball, you told me that you play softball. Would you be catching the ball with your right hand?
Correct.
There are occasions where you don't catch the ball, but you still make the attempt with the right hand. Is that correct?
Correct.
Would it be safe to say then that when you're playing baseball and you're out of the outfield, you probably use the left hand, I'm sorry, the right hand a lot more than you would the left hand. Is that correct?
Depends.
It depends on what, Mr. Ramirez?
Depends on if I have the ball. If I need to catch the ball, I use the right hand. If I need to throw, which is most often, if I'm throwing more often, that is the left hand. So if
Okay, but if you try to catch a ball and you miss, you're going to be using your right hand more throughout the game. If you continually
catching,
can't catch balls
yes.
on the outfield. Okay. Isn't it true that Officer Levy identified himself to you as a police officer?
Yes, after he attacked me.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Ramirez.
Yes,
Isn't it true that Officer Levy identified himself to you as a police officer?
that's correct.
And isn't it true that that you use knives in your profession as a carpenter or as a construction worker?
Yes, utility knife.
Okay. And are utility knives the only knife that you may use for that type of work?
Yes, that's the only one I use.
Is it safe to say that in the construction industry, the utility knife is not the only knife that's available for carpenters or construction workers?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. Isn't it true that that's your knife?
I'm sorry, which knife?
The knife that was recovered that night.
A jackknife? No.
Thank you. Your witness.